Hey everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This episode is our biggest yet. We are joined by icon, entertainer, and color guard alum, Latrice Royale.
Whoa.
8 off the mat and go. Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts.
Everyone, bring it in. It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, it's Ricardo, and we're here with our guests to hang out, chat, and break down what's happening in the marching arts. This episode, let me tell you people, is a special one. We are welcoming the chunky but funky Latrice Royale. Oh, y'all, listen. Long before the world knew her from RuPaul's Drag Race, she was performing with the Alliance of Miami Winter Guard, including their iconic Hotel California show. You know, a show that changed many of our lives. That experience and the artistry of Guard itself has always been a part of her story, and the way she commands the stage, including bringing bringing color guard, not bringing drag to the RuPaul's Drag Race stage. That would be kind of dumb, but she brought color guard to the RuPaul's Drag Race stage. You know, and speaking of connections, Jeremy is here too. He was just spending time with Latrice at the WGI Championships while Amp was performing their iconic disco show up in the sponsor suite with Show Day Designs and the lovely Bobby Brittle, who wanted to be here tonight. But of course, she got banned, girl. So
she got banned. Sorry, she got banned. She got banned. I'm so upset. But I'm really excited. This is like one of my big moments too. And actually, it's weird because I actually knew of Latrice before the Drag Race thing because of this show and this iconic show of the Hotel California show, which I'm sure we will talk about in very much detail. I hope, because I have so many questions. But it literally inspired me to create a show that I did many years ago with a Springfield high school where I took Clue and I put it kind of with the idea of the Alliance of Miami show. For those who know Hotel California, I just shared it. We're going to break that down maybe a little bit with Latrice too, but it's a little creepy. I'm sorry. It's a little stalkery. Maybe it's just a little, but I'm so excited to do this. I was so excited to hang out in the WGI booth and watch championships, in that space with Latrice and get to know her a little bit more. So I'm just really excited that you're here. So welcome to our podcast.
Now, listen, don't even try to play Jeremy, because I'm going to go ahead and hashtag expose you right here. So we were all hanging out in the WGI booth, and now mind you, Latrice and I have crossed paths many, many times over the years, before Drag Race and all this other stuff, being a Florida girl and all this other stuff. But we're up in the booth, just cackalacking, having a good time, just kikiing. And Jeremy's like, go get Latrice to be on the show. Go get Latrice to be on the show. And I was like, girl, Latrice is in color guard world right now. She is enjoying herself. We're not going to bother her right now. We just going to sit up here and have a good time. And that is what we did with Latrice and her best friend, Tim. And it was just a good old grand cackalack of a time, honey. But, so I'm going to go ahead and move on into this. So today we are joined by someone whom we all love and adore so much in the color guard world. First, we got to meet her in the Alliance of Miami iconic color guard show, Hotel California. But now she is so much more. Please welcome to On a Water Break, RuPaul's Drag Race icon and international entertainer, Latrice Royale.
Well, hi.
Hi, girlie.
Well, hi, boy.
How are you, sis?
I am blessed and highly flavored.
Girl, I highly flavored, okay? I'm giving on salt, pepper, oregano,
marinated,
honey, marinated.
Yeah. So it's juicy. Falling off the bone. Yeah.
You know what else you are too, honey? As the kids say, honey, you are blessed and booked.
Okay, that is facts. That is facts. Yes, indeed.
Latrice, we have been trying to get you on the podcast forever. And the last couple of weeks, you and I have been back and forth with trying to schedule this out. And it's so funny because, you are an iconic, legendary legend in the drag world. But you, to us in the color guard world, have always been a legendary legend. And so I would like to dive into this. We do a segment on this show called The 32 Count Life Story. And what happens is we're going to give you 32 counts off of the Met to tell us everything from the beginning of your journey to this moment where we are right now in this recording.
Of my whole life or the color guard?
Girl.
Your whole life.
Your whole life, honey. Your whole life.
Well, you set me up to fail. Just set me up right off.
First rep's got to be done in the first rep.
This is just like a pageant. Rigged.
No, we don't rig things in the marching arts. We are fair adjudicators.
Oh, honey. The politics of it all, honey.
The shade of it all, girl. The shade. Okay, so now listen, I know that the metronome gives us a little bit of phobia and remembering our days of marching, but I think that you can do this in 32 counts. And if you go over 32 counts, you know what? I'm okay with it.
I got you. I think I can do this. I think I can do this because you know what? I've been telling my story for a long time. And I think I can give you the cliff notes. So here we go. Let's see how they turn out.
I like the challenge. Right? Like now you go back out into every other interview and you know what? I can do it in 32 counts. Now I know I can.
All right, Latrice, you ready to do this, girl?
You 5, 6, 7, 8 me and let me know.
Okay, 6, 7, 8, go 1. Here we go. Jeremy, cue the metronome in.
From Compton, California, I got into the arts in middle school, started doing color guard, got outed, moved to Wisconsin to march Sundown as winter guard because I needed a safe haven, and that was my safe haven. And then I marched there, Blue Stars, moved from there to Florida to be in the Alliance of Miami, stayed there, was only supposed to be there for 2 years, started doing drag as I was aging out because I needed another outlet for performance. And then I got famous on Drag Race and still wanted to do color guard, and so I incorporated the two, and so here I am now. And I'm an international, world-renowned superstar.
Yeah!
Did I do it?
You did, girl.
And you just hung over just like any good flag phrase would. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just finishes out with the fact.
And an Annie and a one. Uh-huh.
There was a retardando in the music. I had to let the thing over. Oh my goodness. So, here's the fun part of this. I had no idea that you marched all of these other places first. Like Blue Stars, Sundowners. Like, tell me about those days.
Oh, I didn't even tell you about Magic Orlando. Yeah, I marched Magic too in 91. That was my first.
Oh, Magic of Orlando.
Yeah.
Magic of Orlando.
God bless the dead. Yes, I did. Y'all know I ain't got no sense. So y'all know I don't got no sense. Y'all have brought me on here talking about these people. Okay, look. So
listen, it's late night on a water break. That's okay too. We don't know what's in this cup. We don't know what's in this cup.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So yeah, I did leave that out, and that was an accident. But we all don't need to relive our trauma all of that. But.
So we're changing this episode of On a Water Break to Trauma Bonding with Latrice Royale.
Baby.
There's a lot of crossover with that, so let's not even get started. That's a whole crossover episode.
Okay.
Y'all laughing because y'all know. Yeah.
Sundowners, Blue Stars, Magic of Orlando. You did color guard in all three of those groups?
I did.
Girl, give me the backstory. I need tea.
So my very first drum corps experience was Magic 91.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was
which show was that?
That was the second version of Fantasia. That didn't work out.
The shade.
We did that, and I went back home to California. I was teaching my old high school guard, and during that time, that's when I had like some sibling issue with my brother, and we had got into it, and it was time for me to go and leave. And so part of my fleeing for my freedom and then find out who I was leaving to go march Sundowners because my friend, y'all know Scott Jones, you know Scott Jones. I called him up when I was going through it, and he was like, "Well, we have spots here available, so like you can move to Eau Claire, and we'll find you housing. You be with people who like will love and support you, and we got you." And I booked a one-way ticket and left that night.
Isn't that always the way it is? Like, just like band is like, we don't care who you are. Like,
we're gonna take care of you. Yeah, we're gonna
come and we're taking care of you.
We got you.
All the lives that have been saved.
That's literally like when you find your tribe and you really find that this is your people and your safe haven, and these are the people who are going to accept you and help mold and shape you and let you know when you're being a crappy person or a crappy member and a crappy friend. You know, these are the things that I needed, and I got all of that with my experience in marching and going and moving away. So.
Yeah, so you moved to Eau Claire, did Sundowners, and then what was your motivation to move down to Miami?
Because it was cold in Wisconsin.
You went from one extreme to the other.
Baby, I'm from Southern California, so like naturally, I did not have winter wear for the Wisconsin blizzard that it was that year. Baby, I thought I was gonna die. I was so cold and miserable, and I do not like shoveling snow. And y'all can have that.
Yeah,
so then, were you in a winter guard? Yeah, in there.
Down as winter guard.
Okay.
Yeah. That was the light year, and so we, I had to go. No, the cold is not for me. The snow's not for me.
She says she is tropical.
Get me to some tropical, some beaches with naked people on it. That's what I want to be.
So in between the Sundowners and Alliance in Miami, you did a stint at the Blue Stars.
I did.
Iconic, legendary drum and bugle corps. You know, like we know the Blue Stars now, but we also know that Blue Stars is like one of the founding members of DC.
Yeah, they
during that point in the 90s, like they were still very much rooted in the tradition and holding on to what the Blue Stars were. What was it like adjusting like your style to what being accustomed coming from Southern California is a whole different style than marching the Blue Stars.
Yeah, and again, like the way that happened was out of need for me to pull my life together. Like I needed some structure. I needed something to get me focused. And, you know, basically I was going through it. And my instructor at the time, you remember Shay Preston, Al Nichols from Sundowners. Those were my very influential people in my life who kind of like gave me the sit down, you know, the like, okay.
They gathered you.
They gathered me. Gather me. When I tell you, gathered me 4 points. And I learned the difference between people like telling what you want to hear and telling you the truth. And I got the whole hard, cold truth from them. And I respected that. So I wound up staying and marching Blue Stars that summer. I was the only dude in the guard. It was only, we were small, but boy, did we twirl. Whoa, Blue Stars color guard, honey, baby. Let me tell you something. We've always had a color guard. They still to this day, thanks to Michael Shapiro, is still turning the party. And so I had a wonderful summer. I actually did. I had a wonderful experience marching Blue Stars. And apparently I'm kind of the most famous Blue Star. So they celebrate me on History Night every year with the new members. So everybody knows who I am. You know what I mean? So it's really sweet. And I after that summer, my friend Daniel, who I had marched with in Magic the previous summer, was marching Alliance, and he was like, "Come do your age out with me. Like, come down to Miami." I was like,
When you
stay
aged
black.
out. By the way, younger listeners, in world class, you used to age out, and they told you to stop marching.
Get your life together and go do something, get a job.
In the 1900s.
Yeah, that's back then.
In the 1900s, there was an age out in color guard, and you couldn't do it forever.
My God, you just said in the 1900s.
Yes, we use that here in the water break. We back in the 1900s all the time.
I am about to jump through my glass. That's horrible.
Back in the 1900s, that's what we did. We aged out of color guard in the 1900s.
Yep.
I'm just going to breathe that in.
Listen, one of my students said that to me one day. They said, did you march in the 1900s? I thought that I was going to come unglued because
my word.
I had to process that. Because so now this is your moment to process that.
I am processing it. I don't like what I'm processing.
It's processing. We are all processing something.
But in the 1900s.
In the 1900s.
Okay.
So now you're going to start this story with back in the 1900s. I marched Alliance of Miami. Forever and always now. Back in my day, in the 1900s.
I had to walk uphill in the snow in Miami to get to color guard.
Not in the snow in Miami.
It snowed in the 1900s in
Miami.
Miami.
Crappy gym somewhere doing nothing about nothing.
Oh my God, y'all are stupid.
Anyway,
to Miami, you're like, I'm doing this. Did you know? So I have a question because clearly, all right. So back in the day, the shows. Did we know what the shows were going to be, or we were going to march the group? Like I marched.
No, we marched for the group. We didn't know what the shows were.
Yeah, I marched for the group, and the group had like a very distinct identity, right?
Correct.
Right. So did you go there because of Daniel? You had that connection, and you're
and then when I was in high school, what made me want to. Number one, be an Alliance was the Amazon show first in '89. And then they came around with Adam and Eve in '90. And then they did with A Man and the Woman in '91. I was just like, I need all of this in my life. Because the slogan was always exciting, always scandalous.
Okay.
That was Alliance.
Yes.
I didn't
know. And because they never wore clothes on the floor.
Right. Younger listeners, right now, this is one of those moments where Auntie Ricky is going to tell you that you need to go do your history because the Alliance of Miami was sickening. They were the definition of, they defined what Florida Color Guard is and what Florida Color Guard still is today with pushing 100%. The edge on... I can say this word because I'm not in a classroom right now, but like sexy, like honestly and truthfully, 100%. It was sexy.
Yeah.
As a choreographer and instructor, like I was first exposed, to the Winter Guard world in my small town in Mississippi back in the 1900s to Alliance of Miami
or something you got via some ordering system from somewhere because we were watching Flow Marching Kids. It wasn't on Flow Marching. It wasn't on YouTube.
No.
It was back when we had VHS tapes, which I still have now. They're in the next room. But I was exposed to this, and like you see this color guard that's just like a powerhouse. Not only can these people spin, you have this show design that is so smart and so innovative. And then on top of it, it's entertaining. It's sexy. It's fun. It makes you want to get out of your seat. And you got to live this. So I want to know all the stories. Tim and
You walk into the gym and you're like, this is it? Like, because like also listeners, oh God, there's so many things because you're like not just in the show. Like you're not just in the show. You're like one of. So, okay, go.
So when I came in, I moved down here to Florida right after the summer of '92, so August of 1992, right in time for Hurricane
Andrew.
Andrew. And that was welcome to Florida moment and learning. But getting to that gym, so this is year going into '93, which was Paradise by the Dashboard Light Year, the Meatloaf show, which I hated. I said, I did not move here for this.
Well,
I was so mad.
I give you that. Okay, me.
I was so mad. I was like, I did not move here for this. Where is the always exciting and scandalous? We got on jeans and t-shirts. What? This is what we're doing? Meatloaf. I was mad. And then the boys were so freaking the whole guard was talented, but the boys in particular were the divas. Those were the divas.
It was in the 1900s.
So we had about 10 of the boys out of the 15 that were in the guard that were supreme divas. They were like...
Okay, go ahead and drop names, because I know that a lot of these people are still changing the activity today and like doing it like in Florida. But like, who are these divas?
You want me to drop names?
Yes.
Girl, this is the time.
Okay, well, so during that time, so Michael Shapiro had aged himself out and decided he wanted to take off his age out. So he just wrote and taught us. So he wrote the book. So we had like Sean Bennett, Chris Martone, these people, Mark Dwyer, Marcos Martinez. Look, I'm giving names, honey.
Yes.
Names. First and last. Eric Bacon, Matthew Cottle. Like, these are the boys who are like, they've been twirling, and a lot of them are like, returning members. They've been there 4 or 5 years. Baby, listen. So, not little old me, but me coming in my rookie year, feeling like some type of way because I knew I was better than some of them boys who were divas. So I was always the one that Tony would threaten the boys with when they're messing up. Tim's waiting in the background. Tim's waiting. He's waiting to take one of your spots. Keep it up. I'm going to pull you. Da-da-da. I'm always that one. I'm the threat. But it never happened. So I was just bitter the whole year and got through it. And got through it. And
as they do.
She was the following year. None of the stars got sick, honey.
Got sick. None of them got. Oh, they were sick, but they just didn't take off. But no. So then the following year, I learned from the best. So I became that diva. And I demanded my spot and my dues and things. And a little known fact is I was supposed to be in the yellow room. But at that time I started doing drag. Y'all want to know some scandal? This is what happened.
Oh, yeah. Give us all
tea. So I had started doing drag. And so I started having hair weave. I started getting my hair weave. And so first I had it in a little asymmetrical bob that I would curl. And, it was cute. And
she's feeling herself.
Yeah, I was feeling
very T-Boz.
Well, honey, Mr. Florida was not with my hair bob. He was not with my hair weave, and basically told me that if I wanted that spot, I'm going to need to take out my weave. So what did I do? I go get hair weave 18 inches down to my shoulder, past my shoulder.
When in doubt, add some more.
Add more. Did I care? No, I don't have to be here, was my attitude. I ain't got to be here.
You need me.
You need me. Which was not really entirely true, but that's the attitude I had to have. So I walk in, and then I get the exact opposite reaction that I expected. Oh my God, what did you do? I love your hair. This is so much better. I was like, you...
So South Florida feels like.
Yeah.
It's
okay. But I wound up having a great spot anyway. I didn't have the yellow room, but I was on the 50 the entire time. So
the whole show.
I ran around and came back to the 50.
Well,
Yeah.
that's I mean,
You were living the whole time.
That's that's ultimately where I sat with it. It's like it wasn't I mean, it was about each color, right? But like the people that were moving in between and that bitch in the middle, right? Like that's what that's what I kept saying. I would always be like, that bitch in the middle. Look at that bitch in the middle. Look at that bitch in the middle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just like, you know, and I think that's even what like Alliance was, even in that was like that performance that even
it really
in the middle that was literally black wearing black on black.
On black. Exactly. Exactly.
No one standing out. Like, come on.
Yeah. I was very I wound up being very pleased with my spot. And I had a blast. The book was incredible. You know, we were the little color guard that could, because we started off on the struggle bus, but we worked hard. We worked really hard, and we got our butts beat, you know what I mean? And everybody was committed. We would do what we needed to do because I wasn't going to be outdone. And so, you know, I challenged myself to have a droplet season and succeeded, and made sure that like I was tearing up some stuff in practice though,
but never
knocking over lampshades and furniture and things, but
never in public.
But never in public in front of an audience, baby. We have I learned this a long time ago. The one thing I did learn out of magic was somebody said something that stuck with me. Color guard. If you can't catch it, don't drop it. There.
Put it on a t-shirt.
If you can't catch it, don't drop it, baby.
Here's the exact same thing. I had one that said, color guard, when the flags go up, the flags go up. And when the flags come down, the flags come down.
Look at that. Poignant.
It's life lessons, people.
These are the things.
Okay.
These are the things that we need in our lives.
This is the things that we need in our lives. No one is telling children this anymore.
Where is the education going?
There's no education in this anymore. And so kids are just running around here being a hot mess. They don't know that when things go up, they're supposed to come down.
They do come down.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
So Cardi B tried to tell us, but you know, we weren't listening to Cardi when she said that either. It's up and it's up and it's up and it's up.
I feel like the Hotel California show does get sort of listed as like the icon, like one of the top 10 iconic shows of all times. I mean, why do you think that? Like, why would you say that?
Well, it changed the activity in such a way. I mean, I think we were the first one to use 5 floors, you know, at once, and then change the entire room and the color of the room. Because when those floors peeled back and that the whole gym just like an ominous darkness came over it. Like it was so cool and way ahead of its time. And so I think people saw that, you know what I mean? You know, we had our other issues, you know, we could have been a tinge cleaner, but we were exciting. We were musical. We were theatrical. We were in it to win it, you know, and the fans were electric. Like we were rock stars. We would walk in the gym and then the crowd would just go crazy. We're like, who just, we looking around like, look at who they clapping for. And it's us, you know, we're signing autographs. Like we did like we're rock stars. And so, yeah, to make those kids feel, to make an audience feel, that's why I moved to Florida. That's why Alliance.
Mm-hmm. I totally feel exactly what you're saying because I'm the Northeast kid that did it with Field of View. It's that
my God.
You know what I'm saying? It's literally like we weren't winning. Like it wasn't clean. It wasn't good.
Nope. But it was entertaining as hell.
Everyone was like, "Ooh, you're the Field of View flag boy. Ooh, you're the Field of View." Like, okay, yes, me, the star. Like I love that. Like let me entertain you. Like let me entertain you.
Please.
It's funny because I remember those shows more so than I remember most of the shows that I have been in, just because when back in the day, back in the 1900s, when we had to pop a videotape into the VCR, I just ran home every day and watched these shows. I watched, Alliance of Miami. I watched Field of View. I watched all of the old Pride of Cincinnati stuff. I watched the Blue Devils with White Rabbit and all that stuff. And you learn this choreography. And part of it for me, being, as most boys in color guard are, isolated from the rest of the world, somewhat feeling awkward about yourself. These shows were my connection to a world that I was building in my head that I knew was going to make a better place for me. And the fact that you were in those shows and you were living it and you were going through such turmoil and strife in your personal life that color guard was the thing that saved you 100%. And took you out of a bad situation and put you into this. And then simultaneously, while you're making all of us happy doing this color guard thing, you also start figuring out that Latrice Royale is a thing.
She's lurking. She's
in there.
She's in there.
So, we could sit here and talk about Alliance of Miami and this stuff all day long, but I know that this was also the same time that you, as a performer, knew that you needed more and that there was something else inside of you. So how did Latrice start to emerge during this color guard segment of your life?
Because your color guard friends are your best and worst people. We will convince you to do anything in the name of, we're going to cheer for you. And so, we're going to win this contest and we're going to get some drink tickets and it's going to be a kiki. So, they convinced me to do the amateur show at the Copa here in Fort Lauderdale. May she rest in peace. And baby, back in the 1900s, there was no Amazon Prime. there was no size 16 pumps just readily available.
Or you had to go to Walmart or to Payless.
No, you had to go to the cross-dresser store. It said cross-dresser store.
Y'all had one of them here?
Yeah.
It was Miami. It was.
I was taking the curtains off my wall and going together to make a gown.
You was very Scarlett O'Hara, but you Southern Belle, you. We went into the good old color guard closet and found a black unitard. We had these gold liquid lame skirts. So we took one of them, made a turban on my head. The other one, we made one leg skirt because I thought I was in the San Jose Raiders 1990 Romeo and Juliet year. Come on.
What I want right now is I'm thinking about the people who are drag queen fans, drag race fans who have no color guard reference and are like, what is this bitch talking about?
Go back, look at 1990 San Jose Raiders, your world champion, co-champion. Okay.
You're giving you the history of drum corps.
Baby, I'm gonna give you the history, honey. I'm a real legit through and through. I'm true to this. I'm not new to this. So, but I was out there doing a lyrical dance piece at the drag show, and they said, "Oh, baby, no, not on tonight. Drink tickets." So they gave me some drink tickets and a fashion citation.
Wait, can we really talk about that? No, because listeners, let's educate the children. That late 1900s was the lyrical dance color guard moment. That's what it was. Journey was on.
Giving you a thick Tori Amos soundtrack.
Listen, I marched a show that said a Tori Amos soundtrack.
Baby.
Love that.
Oh my God. So that was the beginning of that. And the following week, I did make a dress. I went to good old Joanne Fabrics.
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. All the girls are gone, girl.
The girls are gone.
But found me a little simplicity pattern. And I put together the most horrendous dress. And actually, Mark Dwyer was my roommate at the time. He found me some shoes and hair. And I went out and did Patti LaBelle and won the contest. And that was the beginning of the never-ending story. And so here I am 33 years later.
Girl.
In drag.
That's crazy.
My goodness.
That's crazy.
And you know what? Like, and we're gonna jump to a commercial, I'm sure, in just a second. But like the idea that you are now, and because of 2026 or 2025, I'm sorry, with AMP and WGI Championships and having that experience of like, it's sort of like seeing you now in this world that you're living in and where you're going, even taking Color Guard into the drag world and all of that is like exactly where it was supposed to go for you all along. Like, do you feel that? Like, do you feel that?
It was such a full circle moment to be in a gym, not just a gym, but like be at World Championships with such a powerhouse as AMP. AMP is exactly everything that my roots are rooted in.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Everything
Or that color guard
that I am rooted in. So I don't know. I don't care. You can 8th place, 12th place, whatever there was. It was the fans' favorite group of the year. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Entertaining these fans and the crowd and the kids feeling good about themselves and having the time of their life. Who wouldn't want to be on that floor? Everybody wanted to be on that floor with them.
But it's now another iconic show. Like you're like 100%. You're literally like that was the creation of another iconic show. And I mean, I think that there are people, that created that show, you being, a part of that, like that took all of those vibes of entertainment and all the things that made Alliance at Miami, made you take into this Color Guard world. I mean, I can't tell you, like, as soon as I saw you appear on RuPaul's Drag Race and I knew and I saw the connection, I was friends with Tim Lee at the time. And like, so I had heard all these things, right? And I was like, this is like, of course, right? Like, and it's just like seeing you in person and meeting and like seeing the performances and seeing Color Guard on the stage. It's like, of course, of course this is going to be what she does production-wise. Of course she's going to understand how to tell the story in like 2.3 seconds. Like, that's what we do.
That's so what we do. Is what we do. Mm. It's wild. I tell people all the time that Color Guard has such a tremendous influence on how I program my drag shows. It really is all about a beginning, middle, or end. Number one, you got to have that, and then pacing. You have to have incredible pacing. Like you have to take these people on a journey. You have to have peaks and valleys, highs and lows, ins and outs, or you're going to be flat. And I know what the magic is that makes people jump and scream and lose their mind, but they don't know why they're doing it. You know what I mean? And like that, like having that little insight, and the control of the room is what I love about what Color Guard has given to me and given in my drag, especially.
Center square. Not something like center. It's like black on black.
Well, listen, Latrice, we want to keep diving into this and talking about how these worlds collide, but we also got to pay some bills. So
I understand.
We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
And friends, we are back to On a Water Break, and we are here with the legendary legend, iconic icon of all things color guard and drag, making those worlds collide, the one, the only, Latrice Royale.
Back.
Again, girl.
Yeah.
So, Latrice, before the break, we were talking about the whole convergence of art and how that spawned your drag career. I want to take a minute just to talk about, your time on RuPaul's Drag Race and how that shaped your drag career. Like, because you were a legend down in Miami, you go onto this show, and the mother gives you this opportunity, this platform, and everybody fell in love with you. Everybody else got to see the Latrice that all the rest of us had known since the 1900s.
That's
So we get to see you on this world platform. What was that experience like?
Obviously, life-changing, it really was. And when I got on the show, I didn't know what to expect. I just know I needed a change in my career. I needed that extra elevation to get to the next level, and I was booked, and like you said, I was, a legend in South Florida, but I wasn't nationally known, and I definitely was not internationally known. And so,
hold on, I'm going to pause you there, because before RuPaul's Drag Race, there were no internationally known queens except for RuPaul.
Correct.
Wanted to make sure that the other girls and the dolls were lifted up.
That part. And so, like, the way that we as queens were to gain national notoriety was through pageants. You would have to do national pageants and that, and then that's how people saw you and you traveled. That was not my path. I thought it was going to be, because that's what I was striving for. I was actually running entered for Miss Gay USA at Large at the time. That was what I was doing. I had just qualified for a prelim. I'd also auditioned for RuPaul's Drag Race. And so then I got the call that I was going on Drag Race, and I was like, I ain't going to nationals.
You're not going to WGI finals. You're not going to WGI finals. You did all the regionals, not going to WGI finals. Not a final, she said.
But no, like, you have to do something else less than, because like WGI would be the pinnacle of Winter Guard, as RuPaul Drag Race is the pinnacle for pageants. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be there. And so I got on there, and I went and I wanted to be my authentic self. I said, I don't know how to be anybody else, and I'm not going to hear as no character, and I'm going to just share truth. And that's how I actually got on the show, because so forthcoming with my struggles and my history and all that. And so they realized I did have a story to tell. And so I got on there and just was being me. And the mother in me always comes out, because I want everybody to be their best selves. And so, when Snatch Game happened, we all know how it happened. Y'all saw the other side of the trees come out. But people really connected with my story on the show, and my authenticity, and my lack of giving any F's about what people thought of me, how I looked. All of those things became powerful tools for other people to embrace for themselves. And little did I know, because at that time I didn't even know what a hashtag was. Like, I didn't have a Twitter, I didn't have no Instagram, I had MySpace. And some of them youngins don't know what MySpace is.
Back in the 1900s.
That was back in the 2000s. That was in the 2000s.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you said, listen, we know Jujubee's still the most followed on Facebook. So
right, that was the goal, was to get to Jujubee status. Exactly. But yeah, people connected with me, and just really changed my whole entire world. And so, of course, then I was invited to be back on All Stars, right after, literally the same year that I just got off my season, which was crazy. About had a nervous breakdown on that. But we got on there and were guinea pigs for the very first All Stars. Yeah, that went like that. That's not the way it went. But I continued growing and elevating and doing my thing. I met my now husband.
Which I actually have a very interesting question about.
Mm-hmm.
I can, because I was actually thinking about this earlier, and not to completely derail the question because you brought him up. He's a musician, right? He is a musician.
He is, yeah. I thought you said he's a piece of shit. I thought, I said, what? What? A musician, yes, he is a musician. I was about to say, well, this is about to take a turn.
And goodbye. And have a nice day. No, a musician. I actually wondered, the question that I really wanted to ask was, does he think the drag race people are crazier or like the marching arts people are crazier?
Oh my God, it's funny. He does have views on us for sure, because we are very well. Because but okay, there's another layer to him. He's also a theater queen. So,
in my world.
Oh, hence you understand that theater gays are quite. So, that being said, there's a correlation between the cattiness and bitchiness that we have as theater gays and color guard queens. And so the fandom is just crazy. And he has accepted they are crazy, but we should be studied.
It's a hope.
And I'm going to have to agree because, we actually, like, when you get down to it, and it wasn't until I was casting for this new show that I realized how touched we are, is that we pay thousands of dollars
to get beat down.
To do
this. We pay to do this. We pay to do this.
In no other place.
In what world does that? I mean, I guess it's like for college, but where does it lead? Where is it going?
It don't make any sense. You can sit here and pull out a whiteboard and get your expo markers out and try to draw all kind of diagrams. It don't make any sense that we pay thousands of dollars to do this. I had to explain to my husband this past year, like last year when I went back to teaching drum corps. It's like, well, you're just traipsing around the country going and living your best life and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? I'm sleeping on a bus and a gym floor. So this summer, he tried to pull that crap, and you know what I did? I made him take his ass with me on the road.
No.
He walked into the gym, and the smell of
immediately
the gym
I'm
came out. And he goes,
"You're done.
Oh, you weren't just having fun." I was like, and you're going to sit your ass out here in the sun with me all day today and watch me clap these hands and see how much fun I was having.
Oh, I love it when people tell me how much fun I'm having at my job. I love that.
It's a job, bro. It's a job. I enjoy it because it's the thing I love, but it's still work.
It's work, baby. And this is part of the sacrifice.
This is it.
that we make. But it's also kind of the crazy because, like, who does that?
Who does that? Who pays to do it?
We do. And I think it was, again, immediately apparent when you're on the show. You go into All Stars, even you saying, like, well, I had to go right back in, like, duh, of course we could do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, winter season into DC. Okay, boop, boop, boop. Right. Another costume, another show, another performance, done. Like, right?
Done. Yeah. But yeah, we definitely need to be studied because it doesn't make sense. But at the same time, the value that I got out of my experience through Color Guard, you can't put a price tag on. And so the life lessons and experiences makes it all worth it. It makes it all worth it. I mean, I wouldn't be the person I am today without my Color Guard upbringing. Really, like I tell people all the time, it teaches you how to not only be just a good member, but a good person, because you can't be one and not the other. You know what I mean? So it's significant. But like after I met him, because he's a musician, he's the one that helped me find my vocal voice again, started singing again. And so now I do my live cabaret shows, which brings me to the show that I'm about to do for Christmas.
Oh, look at you. You're taking my job away from me as the host right now. You're doing your own segue into what I was going to go with
It's
next.
called transitions. It's not called
Okay, I planned this out in my head, so I'm going to say my whole moment. So,
man, honey, do your moment.
So, I knew you as Tim from South Florida Alliance in Miami, and then you pop up on the RuPaul's Drag Race stage, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to all the Color Guard girls. I'm like, yo, that's Tim from Alliance. That's Tim from Alliance. So you get our hearts warmed, and you come out and you do Color Guard on the RuPaul's Drag Race stage, and I collectively lost my shit. I'm sorry, listeners. I'm saying potty words right now. I lost it because that was how I knew you. And then seeing you in this drag role doing that on the stage, and the rest of the world who didn't know about color guard, because the intersection of gay and drag and color guard, it's a part of the Venn diagram.
It really is.
It's a part of the Venn diagram.
Yeah.
But not only did you do it on the show, you took the platform that you got from RuPaul's Drag Race and all the touring that you're doing. You have created a show where you hire color guard performers to be with you on the stage.
Yeah.
I need to hear everything about it. I want to know all of it. It's coming close. I live in Florida, so coming down to see the show. But
so the thing of it is like, I love color guard so much, and it's always has been and always will be a part of me. And so to be able to have those two intersect and my worlds collide and do the very two passions at the same time, a dream come true. And then after seeing what was possible, a theater stage with Blast, I was like, why don't we have more of this? Why are we not doing this?
Latrice, you skip right over Blast. You're like throwing it out like the kids that are watching the Blast of it all. That's a 1900 reference. That's a 1900.
Okay, so y'all better understand that. And it's still touring today. It's in Japan and all of that.
Yeah.
It's still going. But it's not so much here in the United States. So to be able to have a situation where I can showcase these kids, actually pay them a salary, so they're actually it's my way of kind of giving back for what they put in. Like, no one's hiring color guard people to come color guard. You know what I mean? We're paying. So it's kind of funny when I was doing the casting process, people were asking me, what is the financial commitment? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Oh my God, they got to do this.
That's what they think. They think they're paying you.
No, baby, I'm paying you to do this.
Baby. It's the opposite of what you've been raised to think.
Completely. I'm debunking all of that. And we're going to be in a professional setting. What is that? Was it a clock?
That's our bad ding. That's our bad ding. That's when something we don't like it. I say like this.
Oh, that's like the snake
it's
shade.
The shade button. It's the shade button on a water.
Okay.
So, Latrice, tell us, the shows start, because I know it's a Christmas show.
Yes, I'm doing I Gotta Be White Christmas. And so, you already know why I Gotta Be White Christmas.
Why I Gotta Be White?
Well, the title it kind of wrote itself because, like I said, I'm from Southern California and I live in Florida. So, I experienced the White Christmas in Wisconsin, and I wondered why we had to do that. So, why we gotta do this? So I'm taking this. We've been doing this show for about 7-8 years. We had a pandemic version. We have different versions, and so this one I have two versions that are going out on the road. One is I'm taking it to Southern California, and I'll do smaller venues, but local venues, and then I'm doing my big show in Knoxville, which is like our homecoming, because where Christopher's from. At the Bijou Theater, which I'm blowing out. And that's why I'm having all of the dances casting, because I want to fill the room and fill the stage and really give a show. And so this is not my first time casting for this show. I cast before back in 2019, and when I did a national tour with a different group of people that actually were on the tour bus, and I had leads, and then I had fill-ins in different big cities that I would add on to the leads to fill out. You know how we do. Fill out, plug and play. Do that. And so when I got this opportunity to do this, I was like, I want it bigger. I want the full dream, the full fantasy. I got all these costumes. Let's do it. So I filled all the costumes. I cast all of the roles. So yeah, the thing for me was the incredible turnout of talent. I was blown away by these kids. I still am. Like back in the 1900s,
Back in the 1900s.
you remember them divas I was telling you about?
Yeah.
They would literally say, I'm not doing that.
That's right.
I'm not doing that.
You're not.
Take me out, put me behind a prop. I'm not doing that. Like, those are the divas. That's how their mentality. These kids have no fear.
No.
And they will push it in between their legs with their teeth. Like, I'm
And
like,
smile.
and smile with no teeth. But like, they bust out their whole reel, but they didn't show it all the way out. And so I was really blown away and overwhelmed because, like, okay, I only have 10 spots, and like literally getting all of these people from not just the local area, like I said. These people wants to fly in.
They're going to pay their flight. They're going to
pay for a flight and fly off from other countries. So I soon realized that this casting was not just for local talent. It's just going to be the best of the best. So I got some superstars coming out to tour with me, and I'm so excited. I
almost dusted off my old cha-cha heels, honey.
I mean, you could have, baby. I think you could handle this.
If I could she doing all these turnarounds and things anymore.
I mean, it's okay. We put you in where you fit in.
Yes, I'm a pose queen now, and I'll give you.
Okay, you can do that now. See, that you can be in the girls' line, the dancers, and they were. Not you got the pose down. Oh my God.
Listen, here for it.
I'm here for it. But yeah, no, it's going to be an exciting show, and the talent is amazing. So if you are in Knoxville or a surrounding area, please come.
I'm flying
support. Please come support.
See, I have already made a decision that I'm coming to see it. I'm going to fly up.
It is so going to be worth it. I promise you that. The show is funny. It's, silly. It's drag. It's color guard. It's artsy. It's visual. It's going to give you everything you need because that's what I do.
And it'll be coming to Dayton, Ohio in 2026 during weekend.
You know how many times they've been trying to get me to come to headquarters and do a little show? I'm like, headquarters ain't the same as it used to be, girl.
You should do like a 2 p.m. show, and the Scholastic A guards would line up to see it. Like, come on.
See, but then we have to get into the whole drag and kids thing and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's color guard. They love
color
it.
guard is different, ain't it? See, I'm telling you, it's theatric, it's art, it's theater. The first drag queen that was ever at WGI was Field of View.
All of them.
Miss Mama in the wedding dress coming down at the end in 93?
Oh, in Field of View? Oh, yes, I know. Listen, he is married. He was a flute player in the marching band. He is married to a lovely woman, and they have been together for a really long time.
Wait, plot twist. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and move right along. Oh, God, what?
Sidebar for later.
Hi, Latrice from Field of View.
I'll go watch 1993 Field of View, the end of the show, and watch the person coming down the aisle with the wedding dress and see.
That's an iconic show. I mean, come on.
It was so freaking good.
That's the Bugs Bunny, like kids, like the whole thing.
So good.
Yeah.
So, Latrice, I hate to stop the conversation, but we normally do a segment called 60-Second Tech Vlog where we have people come on and they tell us they get 60 seconds to give us their best advice on blah, blah, blah. But I feel like because we have you in the room with us today, that we are going to call the segment today Mother Knows. And I'm going to give you 60 seconds on the clock to pour your heart out as you have done with so many drag queens and so many color guard performers to just give us unfiltered life advice from Latrice Royale directly from the heart.
Now I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna just pause it because I want Ricardo's voice to echo in your ears because we have a lovely musical interlude for the 60-second tech block. I feel like you need to hear it, Latrice, to be
You need to be inspired by my voice.
Okay, so is that going to play before I talk? Is that gonna
Yes. You're gonna listen. Okay. I just want you to hear it. You're gonna take this in because you're not just gonna have 60 seconds, however long you want to, but you need to hear Miss Ricardo say and cue it.
60-second tech block.
60-second tech block.
Oh my God!
You speak on
the dynamic vocal stylings of Miss
When I
Ricardo
tell
Robinson-Shinall,
the vocal stylings.
Yes. Bring me on tour next, girl. I'll sing.
The deranged of it all.
Yes, the derange of it all. Hire me. I'm booking. I'm taking booking. Okay, so Latrice, I want you to gather your thoughts. This is a profound moment that not everyone in the world gets to have, but we're going to have it with you right now. This is Mother Knows featuring Latrice Royale, Chunky Get Funky, the diva of all divas, the legendary legend of them all. Latrice, impart us on some wisdom, 60 seconds, and go.
I've learned in this 53 years of living that intention is everything. So, everything in your life with intent and purpose. Love what it is that you're doing. And take the word trying out of your vocabulary. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying that. That is letting the universe know that you are struggling. And the universe will provide whatever it is that your heart desires. So if you keep wanting the struggle, keep using the word trying, and you will be trying the rest of your life.
60-second tech block.
60-second tech block.
I need a moment right now. I need a moment because I think that you just reached into my soul and snatched this bun that I got up on top of my head, just inside out.
That was a burn from somebody from the 1900s when you marched that color guard.
Just the amount of wisdom that you have and the love that's in your heart, and I just appreciate you so much. And I just want you to know that we are so glad that you came here today to share your time and your love and your story with us. And just the fact that I have been cackling and laughing for so long that I did not have to do an ab workout today because I got that in.
Good.
But, we're going to switch this up and we are going to move into some What Are We Doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
So, Latrice, I know you're a busy girl and you don't get to listen to On a Water Break a lot, but this is a segment where we get to rant about something in the marching arts that just doesn't make sense. Or, in this case, maybe it's something from the world of drag and color guard. I don't know, but I'm just going to ask you, Latrice Royale, what are we doing?
Oh my goodness, there's so many things. What are we doing still wearing black unitards on a white floor? What is that? What are we doing?
I mean, it's an artistic choice.
No, I'm done.
No.
She said denied.
I'm done.
Denied.
I'm done.
No. It's so much easier to do so many other things. It's so much easier to do so many more artistic and interesting.
Please give me something.
I
mean, if you're not, come on. How am I supposed to differentiate from one show to the next when it looks the same? I'm all about identity. You can have your identity without doing the same show every year, which speaks to Alliance of Miami in that kind of situation. They had an identity, but I tell you, there was not the same show every year. You cannot say that Adam and Eve was the same as When a Man Was a Woman and When a Man Was a Woman was the same as Hotel California and yada. You can't do that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So I feel like when people are doing things and it was rewarded and then you just keep doing it because you think that's the formula, I feel like we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. What are we doing? Why are we still rewarding this?
Why are we still rewarding this?
Why are we still rewarding this?
Yeah, what are we doing still rewarding this? Like, that's really what it is. What are we doing still rewarding this, like, sameness? Because you're right. Like, our activity really is supposed to be innovative, right?
Innovative.
And world class. Like, I thought that's what it was. Like,
you're supposed to be setting standards, setting new boundaries, blowing down things, making us go, oh my God, we've never seen this way. This way being the operative word.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Because, everything in Color Guard is influenced and inspired as dance, as theater, as everything. So that's fine. But our job as designers and writers is to bring new, fresh ideas and takes to old ideas and make them fresh and say, hey, this is a new way of doing this.
Yep.
Look at here.
Yep. Yeah. And it's okay to study your history.
Please do, so that we don't repeat it.
Yeah.
Or maybe repeat it.
Good God, girl, get a grip.
Period. Right.
Taking the thought processes around the entertainment value of what that is what you do, is what you do. I think that's like the supreme thing. I produce product. That's one of the things I'm coming off of producing National Coming Out in Philadelphia. When I produce these events, like, I look at it even from the marching art standpoint too. It's like a production. It's like, tell the story, go the up and down, like have the yes, have the all the emotions there, right? Like, I think it's all that. I think when you get into a formula of, like, you do this for 30 seconds and then at 1 minute you hit this and then
we got to have a full form block for all flag, and then we got to no we don't. No we don't. No, you don't.
No, we don't. But be entertaining about it.
Yeah.
Be entertaining about it. Put that on a t-shirt too.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Jeremy, you hardly ever really get to say your "What Are We Doings" out loud. So this is your opportunity so that I don't have to get a text message about it later in the middle of the night and have to respond to it in the morning when I wake up. So, Jeremy, what are we doing?
I actually want to lean into what we were just talking about and actually say, like, what are we doing not taking these art forms like Latrice has, right? And making them be combined into making them bigger, making them more grand, making them more interesting, making them more, like, pay the children to do it. Like, you take drag and you take color guard and you take all these other things, and they're, like, so interrelated, but the lessons aren't always taken. Like, to look at a drag queen and go, like, that's how you perform. Like, that's how you perform. That's how you perform. But to take a marching band or color guard show and say to a drag queen, like, that's how you put together a 3-minute number. You take the philosophies and put it together in 90 seconds. I'm like, kill a drag number if you watched a color guard show like 3 or 4 times and watch, like, it's got to be this, it's got to be this, it's got to be this. And so I like the art coming together, like this is. I say, what are we doing not doing that more? Like, watching, your influence, Latrice, on the AMP show and seeing that direct influence of the performers and what you gave them every moment that you did is what changed them as performers. And that's the combination, the coming together. We just did an interview with this guy, Sam Quinones, who is a really famous writer. And he wrote this book called The Perfect Tuba. And what he was talking about was this idea of marching band and the marching arts having gotten so competitive, like football, that it's lost its, like, creative, artistic,
the art of it all.
Of what it is, because it's like, you have to compete, you have to win. So I just say, what are we doing not being more entertaining?
Mark, please, please.
Absolutely. So I am going to do my what are we doing? And this is a little bit of shade, and I might get in trouble for this later, but I judged this past weekend. Okay. And so if I judged you, please don't take this personally. But here's what I'm going to say. What are we doing not focusing on technique and spending all of our time working through choreography in a show? And I know that I've probably said some version or variation of this on the podcast many times at this point in the last years that I have been on the podcast. But it was very evident to me when I judged on Saturday, like kids could do 5, 6, 7, 8, but then when it got to a point of us like throwing toss in the air, that like it looked like a rifle was a fish just flopping around like outside of the sea. And when we were doing little passe jumps, we had flex feet and all that stuff. Like spend time in a technique block. It will make your show better.
Make your kids better.
Period.
And make sure your edges are clean and
make sure that, and if your edges do not look good, girl,
maybe get some B2B and spray her down because
that's it.
She got to be.
I'm sure Latrice Royale. Wait, listen, Ricardo. Michael James must be in your sphere, right, Latrice? You know that. Michael James did one of our first 60-second tech blocks. I wanted to introduce this new segment, like, this cool, like, we're going to do a 60-second tech block. And Ricardo brings on Michael James. It's like Black History Month and we're doing this whole thing. And so we're like, Michael James is going to do the 60-second tech block. And the decision was, the topic was going to be how to keep a weave in your head while performing. And his 60-second tech block was like 15 seconds where he was like, just pin it in so that it stays in.
Duh. Train your kids so they know how to look good.
Yes.
Like, duh.
Yes. And it was the funniest part of this was that one of the color guards was so astronomically better than everybody else. And I was like, I said to the instructor, I was like, they are so good. He goes, no, they're terrible. We just been working on technique and the show looks awful. I was like, no, the show does not look awful. They know what they're doing.
See? And that's the difference. That's the difference.
That's the gag. That's the gag.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Good job, everyone. Set your equipment down. Gush and go.
Well, you know what? It is time
for... Chris Rutt jumps in with the gush and go.
Yeah, now that we've got that off our chest, y'all, let's get into Gush and Go. So this is your chance to shout out something awesome happening in your life, marching arts, drag, related or not. Maybe you're excited about a performance, a student success, a big life event, or just something cool you want to brag about. No negativity here. This is just pure, unfiltered hype. So who's got something to gush about? Jeremy? Because you're always behind the camera and you never get to be on. So I'm going to let you go first today. How about that? What are you gushing and going about, sister?
Well, you know that I'm going to gush about this. Like, this is what the gush is about. Like, this is totally, and not because it's like I've talked to Latrice a bunch of times. Like, I talked to her, we were like drinking on a drag race cruise like years ago. Like, it's not about that. Like, I've seen the Tim Lee creations that were once color guard costumes that Latrice wore on drag race. Like, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
But like to gush about the lifting up, I guess, of the activity is what you're doing. And like, that's what I love is like, I want to gush about the fact that you take the activity into the mainstream. And that's what really is important to me.
Could I wait? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Latrice, darling, what are you gushing about right now?
I had just landed a new movie role. Y'all didn't hear about the Drag Race movie that's coming out?
Oh, I did. I just wanted you to be the person talking about it.
I am excited about that. And so that is happening very fast. And so I'm about to jet off to go start filming actually like very, very soon, like super soon. And so all of this right before I take off to South Africa. I'm going back to South Africa after 13 years. My family had planned a little family vacation, which is a never thing. That's never happened for us. And so, like I said, I've been talking about doing things with intention. And so when my brother and sister-in-law had said, hey, we're talking about going to South Africa and we want to let y'all know plenty of time, I was like, I'm putting on the calendar as if it's happening to make it happen. And I did. Nice. And so I'm doing 2 shows in South Africa as well as doing my vacation, but one in Johannesburg, one in Cape Town.
Always working.
I'm excited to be going back to South Africa right before my full month tour of Christmas in December.
Yes.
So I have a lot going on. So the whole rest of the year is done, baby. Done. Locked and loaded.
And I want to just...
Booked and blessed.
You're going to gush...
Booked and blessed.
Well, there will be any other appearances in a WGI future for Miss Latrice Royale?
If I have anything to do with it, yes. I got my entire life this past season, and it was so much fun to be back. It was fun to be in a gym again with AMP and literally do 10-hour camp days, and that was,
How was that 10-hour camp?
Baby! I forget. I forgot. But it paid off. I had a blast. All of a sudden, I was dancing and teaching dance choreography. I was like, come on, let's do this, honey.
Yes, dance
choreo. I can actually say my choreo was on the final floor, darling. Yes, it was.
Yes.
But we had the blast. And so if there's any thing I have to do with, I'll definitely be back. So for sure.
Love that.
Well, I am going to gush about the fact that the wonderful world of the pageantry arts has a way of bringing people together, and how full circle life moments happen. And someone that I met in passing at WGI a million years ago, who is friends with all of my South Florida friends, who also happens to be an international superstar, is in my guest room right now, the internet, having me cackling for over an hour and a half at this point in time, that I get to live in this moment. And I'm just going to be present for this moment and appreciate it. And Latrice, I love you so much. And I'm just so thankful that you took time out of your busy schedule to come back and have a little kiki with the Color Guard children, honey. And our Tim from Hotel California and all of the other iconic shows that you were part of, and having this moment with us. So we are so thankful that you took this time to just be here with us and share your life and your story with us. So that's what I'm gushing about today.
Well, thank you. I receive it. I love you both as well. And thank you for having me. Thank you for thinking of me. And this is just the re-beginning of things. We're in it. I'm back, honey. Now that I get to pick and choose, I'm choosing. I'm choosing.
Her ballot.
I'm choosing.
Her ballot. She's about to enter the drum break. Watch how she's going to enter the drum break.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, Jeremy, for joining me today.
It's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
Well, I was trying, and then you just started the thing without me. So, thank you, Jeremy, for joining me. And of course, thank you, Latrice. We all know where to find you on social media for sure, but will you give us a quick rundown of where our listeners can find you on all of the things?
Sure. Facebook and Instagram, I'm Latrice Royale. I don't use the X very much, but I'm Latrice Royale Inc. And then on TikTok, Latrice Royale Inc.
Oh, she on the TikTok too.
Baby, I'm there, but I'm not. Ain't nobody home.
I'm gonna ask, was there like a maybe social media post of you spinning color guard on a TikTok or something?
Yes,
in the back or something.
very much so.
Yeah, I think we need to get into where's the Latrice choreo on TikTok? I think that's a big moment for you.
Okay, I can, yeah, because I can definitely.
Yeah, I think you like a 5, 6, 7, 8 on there. Yeah.
For sure.
Yes. So, just so everyone knows, that's Royale spelled with a Royale.
Please,
honey.
please don't
Give
forget
her the
the E.
respect on the end of the name that she deserves, honey.
Yes,
But anyway, listeners, you got a question or a good topic to talk about, email us at onawaterbreak@gmail.com or find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We even have a form now to fill out if you want to be a guest. We love having people on the podcast like our good sister Latrice. So check that out at our link in the bio on our social media, or you could just take out your phone and make a video and send it to us, and maybe you'll see yourself on the podcast soon. One more thing. Don't forget, we have a YouTube channel now, so go and subscribe so you can see all of us there. Also, before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe, write us a review, and share this with a friend. Follow us on social media at A Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on A Water Break.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Reed. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.